Oh, all right. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, let's get this out the way. Now, many of you know Chad Nocho, right? Chad Nocho from Nightcap. That podcast show shot to the top, went all the way to the top of the what they call podcast charts and how they view their success, their businesses, their growth. Now, while going through this whole ordeal, uh, success, the roller coaster, they were going on a tour. A big major tour. Now, look at this. See? It's going to Charlotte. It's going everywhere. This tour was huge. There it was. Baltimore, Philly, Charlotte, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, Chicago, Detroit. The Shay Shay Media Tour. So Nightcap was coming to you. And then something happened. As it always does in this industry, a woman named Gabby came in and derailed the whole party. Well, what people didn't realize was that this was the hottest show on the internet. People was watching it right along with Club Shay Shay. They got a lot of unfiltered takes. It was hilarious. Chad is hilarious. And everything, right? Now, the tickets were inexpensive. Really inexpensive. Like, you can get basically best seat in the house was like $150. VIP was $200, which means you could have a meet and greet with Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco. Now, with all of this stuff going on, there were some very weird rules. There's no refunds. You're subject to lose your assigned seat if you arrive more than 15 minutes late to the start of the event. So that's weird. That you would lose the seat you paid for if you're not there at the start of the event. Then some other things was brought to the attention of the people to make it more interesting or surprising to all of us. In a blink of an eye, when Gabby and all of this $50 million lawsuit came around, Shannon had to postpone the entire tour. Not cancel, but postpone it to next summer. This summer's a wash. Because everybody's going to want to know about Gabby. They're not there for the nonsense. They can't do it. Now, Shannon addressed all of this on his show.
Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. That link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours before they're gone. Before we get to the game, guys, I want to make an announcement. Guys, we've decided to postpone the Nightcap tour. We look forward to seeing you guys in summer of 2026. Is going to be even bigger, even better. But Ocho and I have come to the conclusion that this is the best thing as of right now, was to postpone the tour. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you in 2026. Some of you guys that have already got the tickets, you probably received the emails and further instructions. But I want to thank you for your support. Ocho and I want to thank you, and everybody at Nightcap want to thank you.
Now, we were going to go to the Chicago show, but Ocho don't look like he was in agreement with any of this. Ocho looked like he wanted to push through. Shannon Sharpe, he has all this stuff going on. So that's why it's not happening. Ocho ain't did nothing.
But we postponed the tour until 2026. Now, let's get into this ball game. The Indiana.
Now, as you can see, Shannon didn't do anything. I mean, Ocho didn't do nothing, so he don't have a reason to push this thing back. Shannon got all the reason to push this thing back. See, Shannon got bigger fish to fry, because this is going to affect his podcast deal. And the rest of his sponsorships, as I told y'all, that's on hold right now. They can't be seen being associated with Shannon Sharpe on that platform when this Gabby thing is still in the air. But they know social media, things die in the media. After a couple some weeks or whatever, it just dies. And then they can go back to putting their imprints. But they want to wait and see what happens. So, yeah, so on that note, that's all that is with Shannon Sharpe. Now, a lot of people saying a lot of people was upset and was going to protest the tour. And Shannon Sharpe didn't want that. That Tony Busby would have certain little small groups that would come outside of the event and start a protest against Shannon Sharpe. Now, while going through this event or these tours, they're going to have surprise guests that show up in each and every town. Now, Deion Sanders Prime was going to show up at one of these events, one of the stops they were doing. See if I could pull this back up for you. Sorry about that. Yeah, they were going to be in Baltimore. They had one in Philly. In the show in Philly, they were going to have some former football players on that one. Forgot who else they had, but Deion Sanders was supposed to make a stop in one of these areas. Now, the July 19th one, everybody thought they were going to have LeBron James come out and support the show. Dwayne Wade was supposed to do July the 25th. D Wade was going to make a surprise guest appearance. New York, they were going to have Carmelo Anthony. In Chicago, they had another special guest that was supposed to be there, but we don't know who. They wouldn't let us know. Yeah, in Detroit, I don't know who they were going to get. I really don't. But that would have been unique. Those are just some of the rumored guests. Some said, "Oh man, Melo and Wade, that's been great." Oh, you put that together on tour? Oh, they'd have knocked that straight out the park. Now, with all the elements that they put in place, you would have thought that they would have fixed all the issues they had with the tour and tried to see if there was any way to salvage it. But at this point, I don't think they think it's economically valuable for them to do at this point, because it don't. I guess it kind of don't make sense for them to do it if they're going to. If they're going to go that route. Um, Shannon and Ocho, man, they've been doing this for the longest period of time. Uh, no, it's a whole different, what you would call, entity taking place. So I don't think they're carrying one way or another. It's the way they're carrying themselves. I'm not saying they don't care about the situation at hand. I mean that they're dealing with it with what you would call proper etiquette. No, I didn't see anything that would indicate that. No, I didn't see anything that would indicate that Shannon Sharpe didn't care about the situation altogether. Well, people have to get to the next stage of their careers, their life, but I don't. It's not like he don't care about the Gabby situation. And, it's not about that. It's just that what she's claiming is them trying to take away from his success. Well, No. Shannon Sharpe does not. I'm not saying he doesn't care. It's not about he doesn't care. It's about Shannon Sharpe is definitely not, you know, he believes he's innocent. So obviously he knows it's a shakedown. So in other words, it's not like he don't care. He definitely wanna. You can't have a podcast show while this is pending. Now, as far as LeBron James being there in attendance, what is that really gonna do for people? That would be the biggest thing ever if he had LeBron James show up on his tour and he just popped out. Gave him like 5 minutes or whatever. I, one, don't think LeBron would pop up in a small venue like that. And another thing is, I don't think that LeBron James he would want a much bigger platform, or he'll want the club Shay Shay before he would do Nightcap, so he would take that route, I would think, if he had 40 minutes out of his day that he could do it. If he could sit down with Steve Nash, why couldn't he sit down with Shannon Sharpe? That's my take. I feel if he can sit down with everybody else, he should be able to sit down with his brother Shannon Sharpe, who defends him every day. But yes, the tour is postponed because there's no refund on the tickets. So if you got tickets, you have to hold them to next year because there's no refunds. You do not get your money back. That's right. No money back. So they gave you email correspondence to let you know you are not getting your money back. Okay? There is no money coming back. It's just postponed into 2026. Same cities. They just gonna run this thing next year till all the noise died out. And he's got his contract extension and everything else is put in place. Ocho has the look on his face that I still think we can do this, huh? Look, Cedric Maxwell. Max might have been in the house too. But we'll see. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support. Cash App is Carcino. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell. We love and support everybody out there, like 78 Sports TV. Don't forget to check him out. Kwame Brown Bus Life. Welcome to HDI TV. And that's it, man. We have deuces.